All right, in we go with their hilarious little speed walk shuffle. they're all way over encumbered. No, Temperance is fine. She's okay. All right, we are back in Kenshi with Quill and Temperance, and now a slightly expanded team. In the last episode, these guys convinced a young Scorchlander by the name of Tetsuya to throw in with them and join their ranks, and so now their squad grows ever so slightly. Also in the last episode, these guys might have started to develop a little bit of a taste for some tech hunting. We shall see. They scavenged an old library ruin, and it proved to be incredibly lucrative because now we've got legs and arms, and like I said, we've got a friend. And I don't know, perhaps that's why they actually came down to the southern United Cities originally. I know I mentioned in the first episode that they were attacked and left for dead at the edge of the world, but not that I really knew why they were here, and maybe that's why they came down here. I guess we'll have to find out. But one thing I definitely mentioned in the first episode is that we're going to try to not look too far down the road. Sometimes I get caught up in it, but we're going to try to focus on what's right in front of us. And what's right in front of us is that we are on some good footing, but probably only for today. We don't know. We don't know what tomorrow holds, but we've got some money in our pocket. We've got a new friend. We've got our arms and legs. And so I think what these guys are going to do, very specifically, it's late in the day. I've already got Quill and Tetsuya working in the camp. These guys are going to settle in for the night. They're going to forage for some insects. And I think in the morning, we're going to take a look at scouting further into the southern United Cities region. And take a look at the map real quick. We are currently at Drifter's Last, but we picked up a map in a previous episode that showed us the location of Clownsteady. And I think it probably makes sense for these guys to do a little bit of scouting, and maybe we'll see if we can put eyes on Clownsteady at the minimum. If you haven't watched the other episodes, I do not have a player map marker, and I can't click on the map. So we have to navigate by using landmarks. And I do have this map that is very accurate, but it's not necessarily topographical, so it can still be a little bit difficult. So it's a really good idea for these guys to get a good sense of what it's like to travel in this region before we start making any further plans beyond just existing in this region. And I would imagine what we'll probably do in the morning is run along this river, because that's a really good landmark, and see if we can see some rise out of the soil. I don't know that this is going to be very tall. It doesn't look very sharp. But if we can get to this rise, we might be able to put eyes on a river and maybe even put eyes on Cloudsteady. We'll see. I'd also like to get a sense of how far we can travel in a given day. I would imagine this is one good day's journey, but we got to test that before we start really making plans to go further. But either way, that is basically the plan. We are ready to jump in. Like I said, those guys are going to work in the camp. We still got a little bit of daylight, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Quill inside to see if we can save a little bit of time. We'll give him the order to go. I want to get a backpack for Tetsuya, and maybe a shawl if we can. It's going to get dark, and we might not make it before the shops close, but he should be able to find his way back to camp without too much issue. We can imagine if it's dark when he steps out of here, he can just step out and yell for them, and they'll guide him with their voice. We've got some drifters coming into town. Looks like those drifters that were outside in the last episode cleared off. We've got an armory. Let's do this. Let's go... Let's see if we can find a travel gear store quickly. I think there's a travel gear store like in the inner rung, and if not, all the way across to the other side of the other side of Drifter's Last. What do we got? Is this a travel gear store? That's a general store. Let's look in there real quick. We're not only burning what little daylight we have. These shops are going to close in a minute, so I want to get into something really fast. If I could just find any old backpack. He doesn't have, this is going to be for Tetsuya, and he does not have the best skills, but it's just going to be what it is. Oh, you look like you're going to have backpacks. What do you got? Oh, you do. You do. Fantastic. Cheap. $250. We cannot go wrong with $250. Do you have a shawl or something? Just something to put on his upper body. We'll take a look at some of the stuff they got. $700 for head coverings. He's already got good shoes on. He's got these sandals, these straw sandals, so he's fine in that regard. $186 for a Litham. We might grab that. Give Tetsuya this hat, or Temperance this hat that Quill is wearing. And Quill can take this. Sure, done. And let's grab a crappy backpack for Tetsuya as well. It's going to hurt his skills, but I do not care. I don't think I need anything else then. We might stop in the bar and buy some crappy food, too. These guys are going to be doing some foraging for insects through the night, but it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of extra food as we go. Let's stop in here. What is this, a bakery? Yeah, what do you got for bread? Let's stop in here. All right, we grabbed some bread. Quill already ate a piece of bread, which is great. And there's a clothing shop here, so let's stop and see if we can get just like a shirt for Tetsuya. I'd love to get a shawl. They have like cheap $100 shawls, and I'd love to get one. Show me what you got. Oh no, you're not gonna have shawls in here. You do have so many clothes though, huh? Nothing I can afford. These are all way too expensive. Oh, there you do. Yes, indeed. Sweet. All right, nice. I was able to get every single thing I wanted. It's still a little dark, but like I said, Quill can run to the front gate and yell, "Hey, where is everybody?" And they can guide him over. Actually, it's light enough out. He's probably gonna be able to see the fire from the front gate here. But we got a cheap backpack. Yes, indeed. We can see our camp perfectly. This is probably annoying the guards. We're setting up so close. We're going to pack this down in the morning and take it with us. I don't know that we're going to be hanging around exactly here for too long. I don't think we're going to leave the southern United Cities anytime soon, but it might be nice to pick like a nice middle spot. We'll keep our eyes open as we're walking through here between these two towns. I'd imagine these guys also know there's a waystation or two down here we probably want to try to put our eyes on. All right, we got back to the camp. Everybody is working. We're going to let these guys while the night away, and if nothing crazy happens, we'll pick it up in the morning. And as I say that, I think we can hear something. Maybe something's approaching in the distance, or is that? I think that might just be the, I think that's just the sun setting. All right, it's early in the morning. These guys made it through the night without issue. They foraged for some insects and gathered some wood that we'll use later, and I think we are ready to head out. Let's do this. Let's take a look at the map, and we will make a plan for what we want to do. We are right here, standing in front of Drifter's Last. I think we're going to run around the outside of Drifter's Last to get eyes on this body of water and make sure that we see some of these landmarks. We'll try to get ourselves all the way to the end of this kind of inlet here. I don't know if I'd call that a river. And just see if we can see some kind of rise. I don't expect this is going to be very tall. It doesn't look very defined, but we'll see if we can at least get to here. I've packed everything up, so we're going to be leaving this area for a bit. I imagine we will be back. But like I said, we're going to be scouting, and I think it's probably, that's my guesstimate. I think it's going to take about a day to get to Clownsteady. And like I said, we're on good footing for now. We've got some money in our pockets. We've got limbs, we've got friends. What more could you ask for in this game? Ooh, Quill is a little nervous. Let's take a look around. There's a bunch of people running around. There are vagrants running around. Let's let them do that. Everybody's a little nervous. You know what? This might be the perfect time to leave here. Let's just go. Let's go. The allure of scavenging certainly does call to the team, but we're burning daylight. And, you know, there's always going to be scavenge. We don't have weapons or armor right now, but we'd probably be here an entire day trying to sort out whatever's going on. Oh, Jesus. All right, hold on. I don't want to get too far away from safety. Make sure the thing that's making Quill nervous isn't making noises from over the hill. We're just going to let Temperance catch up. I think we're okay. I think we're all right. There's probably something going on in the city. There's a doings, a transpire in it, and we're going to leave it. Quill is still obviously very nervous. We'll see if that calms down while he moves away from the city. We'll hope. Oh, making me a little nervous. All right, I don't see anything. What I might do, just to keep them slow, let's let Temperance catch up one more time while we just keep our eyes open. I don't want to get too far away from the city if it is dangerous. I think we are standing actually right next to this. We're standing right next to this little peninsula here. We'll let Temperance catch up, and here's what we'll do. Quill will call for them all to stick together, and we'll move as a unit. This should, in theory, whoops, if we put everybody on group run, this should, if we put everybody on group run, keep them all running the same speed, which is going to be incredibly slow, but this way we don't lose anybody. Oh, Jesus. All right, there's United Cities moving towards us. That's probably fine. I don't love the idea of running directly into the United Cities. It is not the most uncommon thing for them to take nobles out to literally hunt the most dangerous game. They will sometimes go out into the wilderness and just attack people and try to enslave them. Let's do this. We're going to bring the group up to the top of this rise here. And we're going to let the United Cities do what they're going to do. If anything, we'll try to get around behind them. If we have to take a little bit of a longer way, so be it. And like I said, I would expect that Clownsteady is a day away from Drifter's Last, if nothing goes wrong. But this is Kenshi, so we should expect that there will be interruptions to our plans. The United Cities is turning away from the way we want it to go, which is good. Which is good. We're going to give them a second to do that. I don't see any... Oh, Jesus! Oh, God. Man, they blend in. There's a guy right here, and there's someone out there as well. Let's do this. Let's send Tetsuya. Let's send him out to get a better look. He's nervous. Yeah, something's happening here. We're gonna head... I can't see shit in this dust. Yeah, I hear you. We're gonna get him up high. There might be something happening on the other side of this ridgeline here. I'd like to get him up there if I can. Look at that. There's so much running around. Whoa. Oh, God. So scary. People running around all at top speed. We're gonna let him get up real high. He's gonna report back to the team what he's seeing here. I don't see anything. Let's step forward a little bit. And we'll let him hang out here. We'll take him off of bodyguard. And let him stand here for a second. He's just going to watch what's going on. United Cities are getting closer, but it looks like they're going to stay away from us. Which is good. I don't see any fighting down here. Ah, the safety of the walls, yells out one of the United Cities guards. We are burning a bit of daylight, but... if they were to attack somebody this far outside of the city walls, they would likely just leave them. And then, that is our windfall. Alright, the United Cities are... the patrol here is getting a little too close to us. We're going to go back over to Quill. You know, like I said, the allure of scavenging certainly would call to this team, but I think it's wiser for us to not get mixed up in whatever the hell's going on here. Let's get out of here. Let's get over to the coast here. We're going to run along the coast. That was the plan, and that's what we're going to do. Something is happening outside the United Cities, but we're going to leave it. It's a little too erratic. If it was focused in one spot, we might stick around to see what's happening, who's getting attacked, and for what reason. But since it seems to be just all over the place all at once, we're going to get out of here. Alright, after all that excitement, let me check the map one more time. Alright, we're going to come to a little bit of a turn. That should be, yeah, right here should be a little bit of a turn, and we'll follow it probably down to there. And I bet that's the rise that we're looking for. Yeah, because this is probably this. I think we're good. We're going to let them get a little bit further away from Drifter's Last, and then I'm going to take them out of this group run. We'll let them get a good distance. They're probably all nervous, and Quill's just like, you know what? Just everybody stick together. Too dangerous out here. Keeping our eyes peeled. Watching behind us. Only Tetsuya has a weapon. I think these guys decided not to take it from him. Maybe there was a discussion as to who could wield it better, but it's his weapon. He can hold on to it. He showed up with it. It's his. Let's see if Quill has calmed down. He has. Good. All right, these guys are feeling a little better, a little less nervous as they've gotten further away from Drifter's Last, which is good. What a good day to leave. I'm going to call that actually a good omen. Leaving panic and confusion behind us, that's good. We can check on it again in the future. This will mean Temperance is going to fall behind a bit, but I think that's okay. If anything, it lets us get a bit ahead of her in case anybody attacks us. Maybe she can circle back and she can circle back and try to help. There are some Garu, just some loose Garu crossing the river here. Will's eating some stale bread. We'll let Temperance catch up. Just look around behind us. Of course the Garu are coming towards us. We're going to go up here. Garu can sometimes attack if you move. So we're going to just give them a bit of a wide berth. Alright, a little further till we get to the end of this body of water. But it is growing more and more shallow, so we are definitely on the right path. This is good. I think we are right here. So let's get to the top of this ridge here. get up here and we'll see if we can see anything. We're looking for another river, and hopefully we can see it from there. I have lost Temperance. There she is. She's right back there, hidden in the grass. These grasses are so dangerous. Ooh, look at that. An iron resource. 2 big iron resources. They are technically small, but they look big. I'm going to do some prospecting when we get close to this. Oh, nice. We discovered waystation hook. Excellent. All right, let's get to the top of this ridge and see if we can see the hook. That'll definitely help us get our bearings. When I get to the top of this ridge, I also want to do some prospecting. Like I said, we might put down, like, not a permanent camp, but a little more of an expanded camp than just, like, a sleeping bag. Oh, God! There's a whole bunch of banded bones there, and they almost walked right past Temperance. Maybe they just decided not to mess with her. They don't seem to be stopping, which is good. All right, all right. All right, she's okay. She's okay. She's okay. All right, we're going to get to the top of the ridge. We're going to get to the top of the ridge. And I think I was saying I'd like to, at some point, put down a camp that is a little more than just a sleeping bag. And it might be nice. Like I said, I don't want to think too far long-term. But it would be nice if we could put down in a spot that if we did want to turn it into something more, we would have that opportunity. And what a better way to do it than next to 2 small iron resources. Do we have a tree? No. There's trees down here. There's more than one group out here. I thought there's a band of bones right here, but there's someone else out here. Slave traders. Yeah, we got to be careful. We got to be careful. I'm barely paying attention. Let's get up a little higher, and let's see if we can see this this waystation. All right, there's more slave traders. Oh, nice. And there is the waystation indeed. Let's come over here, and we're just going to hang out here for a second. I want to see where those slave traders go before we make our move. Here comes Temperance. We'll let her catch up. We'll just survey the area. Very imposing mountains in front of us. And can we see the river? I think we can. I think we could see the river right here. Which means if the way station's here and the river's coming in here and we're looking at mountains here, we're just outside the crater, and Clownsteady should literally be, like, right over this ridge. Let's let these slave traders do what they're going to do. Ugh, what a headache, says Tetsuya. Oh, it looks like they're moving towards the way station. All right. All right, and it was absolutely not a day's travel to get to Clownsteady. That's really good to know. That is really good to know. I mean, we're still not there. We still got a little bit further to go, but what I'm thinking is, I'm not going to tempt fate by heading into that way station with so many slave traders there. They should leave us alone inside of a way station, but I just don't want to risk bumping into them as we leave or anything. Let's get ourselves across this river. I think I see some traders over there. Behind the trees there. We're going to get ourselves across this river, and we're going to go see if we can put eyes on Clownsteady, and we'll come back this way. Oh, we for sure found Clownsteady, because I am loading... We are loading in something big, so we probably found Clownsteady. We'll give that a second. We've loaded in. I think we just loaded in Clownsteady. There's even more slave hunters moving towards the way station. We're gonna move. We're gonna keep moving. There's another band of slave hunters. They're making me a little nervous. We are going to try to head for that ridge up there, and we're just gonna keep an eye out. We'll cross the river here. What are we looking at? There's drifters out in front of us. Seems like we're okay. We'll just let these guys find their way up to this other ridge and see if we can put eyes on the city. I am very confident we will be able to. I'm very confident it's on somewhere on the other side of this ridge. I was really hoping to get a better sense of the terrain on this side, but with all those slave hunters right there, I think we're like right. I think we just walked in this little valley here, this gully. I think so. But yeah, with all those slave hunters, I'm not going to tempt fate. Like I think I said, they shouldn't bother us in town, but if I bump into them 5 feet outside of town, we're in some serious trouble, so. I can see Temperance following up behind us. There's more movement out in the distance. There are rebel farmers moving fast out there. It looks like they slowed down. They just moved behind that rock. Let's see if we can get up over here. We'll stay away from those rebel farmers. They're going up high as well, it looks like. Tough to say what they're doing. Oh, and we can hear the hustle and bustle of the city directly in front of us. This is good. We'll go get to Clownsteady. We'll scout around a bit, see what's going on in the city, see what kind of... oh, shit. We'll see what kind of amenities they have to offer. Quill just got a little nervous, but I think that's okay. Quill's a little nervous. It might not be great, but I think he's fine. I think he's okay. All right. Oh, there it is. There it is. Nice. Nice. Okay, cool. Distracted by being so nervous, but let's stay high. We're not going to run into that gully there yet. I want to stay high and get a good look at this place, and then we'll make a plan for heading down in. Look at that. They've dug themselves a little fortress in this valley here. The desert is a cruel mistress, and those who venture into it unprepared will not last long. How true, Tetsuya. We can see Temperance back there. She just went behind that rock. She'll catch up in a second. We're going to let her catch up fully. Keep our eyes peeled. There still are groups moving around. There's a factionless drone and probably some rebel farmers. I thought those were going to be slave traders, but they are rebel farmers. And there's Temperance. Beautiful. All right, let's head down. Oh, Jesus. Bunch of citizens moving out of the front gates. Let's head down to the front gates. And we'll browse the city. We'll see what they got. See what kind of amenities they have here. We've got some residential buildings out front. Inside of the general safety of city walls, and we are running in fear all of a sudden. Quill again is a little bit nervous. There are a bunch of slave traders leaving Clownsteady. Should be okay. Not super sure why Quill is so nervous, but don't go stepping over my feet. Alright. Kakihara. Cameron. There's a bunch of citizens we can talk to in here. This is very interesting. Out of my way, peasant. Alright, what do we got? We got a general shop. A hospital. Residential. Let's go tour around the city. We'll turn left so we don't run into that noble. Do we see a bar anywhere? Here's a bar. Let's stop in the bar. See if there are any interesting citizens in town. We have no money, so we're kind of done for hiring people till we make some more money, but there's nobody in here but vagrants anyway. Drifters, vagrants, and the like. What does this person say? Welcome, have a browse. Well, I don't have any money, so actually, you know what? We might buy, let's see if they have some cheap bread. What do you got for super cheap? You got some meat? What do you have? Show me what you got. They've got 2 meat. We'll take the 2 meat. And how about some cheap bread? Oh, interesting. There's another front gate here. Let's take a look outside. Watch yourself. We will. We are very much not looking to get into any kind of trouble here. Let's have a look at the map. All right, we just went out that gate. Interesting. There's probably another gate on the other... There's probably another gate on the other side of this. Let's head back in. Ooh, there's a much bigger bar. Let's head into the bigger bar. There's also, towards the front of the city, there were a whole bunch of people that looked like they were ready to talk. Like this, like Yamataka. Just wandering around with some interesting gear. Possibly ready to talk. Teijiro. Let's head into this bar. What do we got? Adventurer headhunters. Drifters. Who else? Not many people. The barkeep. Oh, who is this? Who are you? Shigeno. Alright, let's come talk with Shigeno. Well met. Alright. I imagine these people won't have much to say other than hello. Let's head back outside. Alright, we're going to continue to run the perimeter of this place, just getting a sense of what's here. I don't know how much of this I'll end up cutting out, but we will stop and talk with anybody that looks interesting along the way that's willing to talk, like Masaharu. They're all going to want money to come with us, but we can at least talk to them. Like, who's this? Who are you? Nanbu. Let's talk with Nanbu. Yes? Alright, they're not going to have much to say to us. That's fine. Alright. No, we get stopped at the gates as we try to leave. They look almost half asleep, slumped in their stance, devoid of all enthusiasm. Alright, I need to check your stuff before you can enter town. Spot check, rules, yada yada. You get the picture. And Quill will say, I understand. Go ahead. Okay, let me see. I guess you've got, they glance lazily over your stuff, and they let us go. Thank God. I have no ability to bribe anybody. Let's talk with Man Deep. We might take that as a sign to get the hell out of here. Let's head up high. We'll head up high to the left of the city. I just want to get a good look around before we leave. There was a little bit of commotion coming in here as we had slave traders moving around, so now that we've made it in proper, let's get up a little higher, and we'll just look around. I don't expect there to be much, but... Alright, we're going to let Temperance catch up, and I think we're going to try to make our way towards that waystation. Just get a look at what's going on in there. It's very busy and very crowded in here. There's a couple of bars in town, which we can see from up here. Good to know. If we run into some more money, we can certainly travel these places to hire people. This is also really good for trading, traveling back and forth between these places. It still makes me think it's definitely further down the road, but setting up somewhere in between here with our semi-temporary camp is not necessarily a bad idea. And with that in mind, I think while we still have some daylight, Temperance has made it to us. Let's see if we can actually get to this waystation. If we make it to the waystation, we'll probably have to stay around the waystation for the night, which is fine. But when we head out in the morning, if we do stay in the waystation, I'm wondering if maybe we start looking... I was going to say we could take the coastline back towards Drifter's Last, but we might run along these mountain ridges. Let's see. Let's get ourselves through the night first, wherever we end up having to spend the night. But my thought is, I think I mentioned these guys maybe they came down here specifically to hunt tech. Maybe they were novice tech hunters or looking to become tech hunters. And certainly know that this area is a great place to look for tech. It is incredibly dangerous and they're not really outfitted for it, but it doesn't mean we can't poke our noses around the periphery of where tech might be. And that makes me start to think that if we were going to head back towards Drifter's Last, which we might well do, I certainly feel more comfortable sitting around Drifter's Last, somewhere in here. Like we might set our camp like somewhere here. But these guys probably know, they definitely know that there for those who are brave enough, there's tech to be found all through this area. There's ancient research and ancient technologies and highly valuable items to be found all in these areas. We really do. If we're not going to run into scavenge or be able to be brave enough to stick around for scavenge, we're going to have to start buying gear at this stage. We don't have a base. It's going to be a very long time before we do. I don't think we're going to be buying anything in a town anytime soon. Like I said, we're worried about what's right in front of us, and what's right in front of us is the need for funds so we can stay alive. Oh, there's the way station. I'm going to click on it, and we'll just let them go. Yeah, so the thing that's right in front of them is that they need to support themselves. They need enough funds to support what little of a lifestyle they have. And scavenging is going to be difficult and dangerous. As I've mentioned, I have the damage numbers. Oh, what is this? There's a slave hunter, and there is a staff on the floor. Something happened here. What is this slave hunter? He is capturing slave. I don't love that. Let's do this. Let's take Quill and Tetsuya and move away. And let's move away at speed. Let's get everybody. I didn't realize everybody's down here. Everybody move away at speed. If we gotta head back to Clownsteady, so be it. They could be capturing any slave. It doesn't have to be us, but rather than tempt fate. It's okay to make mistakes, learn from them, and move on. Alright, hopefully we're not making a mistake right now. We're gonna let Quill move forward. Just a little bit. We're going to stop right here and just see if that slave trader comes up this way. Does not look like he's going to. All right. I'm going to put these guys back on group run and put Quill out of group run. We're going to give that a second. Quill spied some gear down here. It would be fantastic to scavenge some gear. I can't tell you. That'd be really good, but doing it at the cost of becoming a slave is not really good. Let's do this. We'll send Tetsuya down. Tetsuya volunteers to do a little recon. The slave trader was literally right here. Let's get him off of bodyguard and follow so he can have his own conditions. He can stay and sneak, and he'll just be just a little bit sneaky. We'll stay on this ridge. There was a... Oh, Jesus Christ. He sees something. I don't see it, though. Oh, there it is. A rebel farmer is a slave. They're looking at us, but they're not coming for us. It doesn't look like... Oh, shit. They might be. They might be. Capturing slave. Let's do this. Let's get you away from here. Go, 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 go. All right. That is too dangerous for us to mess with. We're going to do this. We're going to tell Quill and Temperance to move the hell out of here. And we're going to tell Tetsuya to meet us over here. We're going to move away from these guys. We might just stay in Cloud Steady for the night, and we can come back over here, and there could be gear here. It is not uncommon for there to be gear left behind after slave traders take their quarry. All right, here comes Tetsuya. We can put him back on follow. Hopefully, if there are slave traders over there, they are too busy capturing slaves. But the likelihood that they were interested in Tetsuya is above zero. So we're gonna be careful. I also am not super sure of exactly where I am right now. Got a little caught up in all that. All right, there's the way station. Ah, Jesus fucking God, Temperance, you scared the shit out of me. Ah, God damn, my heart's pounding. Let's do this. We're gonna make it to the way station. We're just gonna go a different way. I'm gonna hope we can make it to the way station going a different way. We could get a good look at those slave traders from the other side of the river. They're over there somewhere. But we should be able to see them moving off. And if anything, we can get people into a safe spot inside the way station and then come out from the way station. Maybe send Tetsuya out or just Quill. But I think it's a little safer to do it this way. Instead of tempting fate, the likelihood that those slave traders were looking at us and going, ooh, what do we got here? Ah, shit. Quill spotted something. Something made Quill nervous. We're going to let Quill do what he's going to do. Something made him nervous. It could be slave traders. It could just be nearby slave traders. Tough to say. Going to put everybody in sprint for your life mode. And we're going to try to get up to this way station and reassess. Everybody just run for your life. We're just going to get people to a safe place, and then we can send someone out to scout. Probably Quill himself. Let's check on Temperance, make sure she's okay. It's not fantastic where she is and what she's doing right now, but I think she's okay. Those slave hunters were somewhere over here. I'd love to get out here before nightfall because, you know, the reality is the game is going to clear the dropped items. But we can imagine that somebody just comes and scavenges everything, and we'd like to get out there before that happens. Also, what do we have here? We've got a mechanical shop, a bar, and an old storm house. Oh, very interesting. Quill, have a seat. Tetsuya, have a seat. And Temperance, have a seat. Let's check on Tetsuya. He's making it. Temperance, I'm a little nervous about. There's slave traders coming out of the city right now. And once you're far enough out of the city, all bets are off. Inside the city, they will leave you alone. I mean, it's, you know, it's civilization. Oh, nice. I could see them. They're turning off the other way. Good, 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 good. We're going to stick with Temperance. We're going to let her get into the bar. And I think we'll send Tetsuya or Quill out to go see if there's anything to be scavenged out there. Fear is a potent weapon. Public executions send a message, a stark reminder of the consequences of defiance. Ominous words to hear as you walk into a way station. Do you think it's necessary, though? The public spectacle? The brutality? Interesting conversation these guys are overhearing in the bar. All right, Temperance has made it. Let's do this. We're going to take Tetsuya. He's got a weapon. He's not going to be as fast or as strong as Quill, but it is easier than redoing everybody's follow orders. He passes Temperance as he heads out. Greets her as he walks out, and we'll head up to this ridge here. There were some slave traders right there. We got to be careful, but we should be fine. And Tetsuya is going to just go see if there's anything down there that is valuable. The slave traders will have taken all the people, so there won't be any armor. But sometimes they do just drop the weapons. There'll be like staffs or blunt weapons and stuff down there. If there were rebel farmers, it looked like they were picking up. We're going to get him across the river. We're just going to, we're going to throw him down to a walk for a second, just so we can look. And we just want to make sure we don't see any movement over there. And we're going to have him run. Oh, God. Slave traders. Back up you go. Back up you go. Up, up, up. Go, go, go. That's the slave traders who just left the waystation. They don't see us, but they are running. They're capturing slaves. Oh, that's everything we wanted. They're going somewhere over there to capture slaves. The group is crossing the river, but these guys are literally going... There they are. Exactly where I wanted to go. God damn it, it was fucking downed people. We could have taken their stuff. Oh, man. Fucking slave traders. Oh, I was very excited about having... Oh, we saw something. There is some gear down here. There's something down here. I was very excited to have Tetsuya run this this little shoreline here and be all but guaranteed to find something. Oh, shit. Shit, 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 shit. Shit, shit, shit. Tetsuya. Go. As fast as you can. The slave traders are now turning towards us. You belong to me, Chumbo. You won't get away that easily. Hopefully they're not talking to Tetsuya. We're going to get him into the bar. He's going to run back as fast as he can. They might be chasing after him, but we should be okay. Running into the bar might not matter now that they've seen us from outside if they truly are chasing him, but they also should stop giving chase if he gets far enough away. Ideally, they will just forget about him and go, he's not worth it. Who cares? Not worth dealing with him. Let's do this. Let's go to the roof. It's too dark to go out there tonight, but we're going to go out in the morning. We're going to go out in the morning and see if there's just anything out there for us at all. There was obviously downed bodies out there, because there was no fighting. They just picked somebody up, and we could have had at least some gear. It wouldn't have been any... No, there was rebel farmers, so it wouldn't have been anything good, but... Would have been nice if we got like a shirt or some pants. But I did see something out there. It looks like Tetsuya caught his eyes on just something. There might have been like a weapon or something out there, so we'll see. All right, these guys whiled away the night in the bar. Tetsuya says, if I could find a cure for hunger, the coins I would make. Well, Tetsuya, the cure for hunger is earning some money, and we're going to try to do just that. We're going to send him out. It's early in the morning, but he's going to head back out to where he was last evening. We're going to see if we can put eyes on any remains, any gear that these slave traders might have left behind. Before we head out of this waystation bar, we'll see if we can scavenge anything. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to head him across the river, and we'll have him follow the shoreline and just see if there's anything to pick up over there. Head on a swivel. We're going to put him back down a walk again just so we can look around. I do believe there is someone standing over there. No, that might be a tree. That's a tree. All right. The fear makes Tetsuya see things that aren't really there. Sure, he sees people in the shadows, but it looks like we're okay. All right. We're going to have him pick up the speed. We're going to cross the river, and I think there was stuff like right here. Whatever there may or may not have been may have already been scavenged, but we'd be fools not to check before we left. And it's better to do it with just one person who can be highly mobile than bring a... Oh, look at that. He sees a whole bunch of, unfortunately, just sandals. But, you know, hey, they're worth money. We'll take them. Oh, what I would not have given to find a polearm, a rusty pipe, any old thing. We're just going to grab all these sandals. Ah, there's a staff. Look at that. There is indeed a weapon here. That is really good. Nice. I'm glad we came out here. All right. Good. Good, good, good. Better than nothing. Okay. All right. Let's go trade with Quill. Tetsuya is going to come back with an inventory filled with shoes. Better than nothing. They're worth $2. The other ones are worth $50. Not bad. One of these was not shoddy gear, I think. No, they're all the same. Alright, nice. Tetsuya makes it back without issue. No more slave traders in the distance for now. Fantastic. Let's share the bounty. Alright, nice. Now Quill has a staff. That's good. We still don't have gear for anything for Temperance. She's literally basically naked. She's got no pants. She's got no shirt. Let's have Tetsuya sell all these shoes we picked up. Let's trade. You can take all these shoes off of me. We made just a little bit of money. He's got some meat. We'll take it. What else you got? Healing powder? You know, we'll take that as well. Tetsuya needs something to be able to heal people with. Alright, nice. Now Quill has a weapon. We've sold off all the shoes we picked up. There's nobody here for us to talk to. So I think we've spent enough time in the waystation bar. A very good halfway point. A nice, safe halfway point. I really dig that. Let's get a look out at this big valley here. I wanted to take a look at this. This looks like a very interesting spot to set up if we were going to. You know, like I said, I don't want to think too far ahead, but I can't help but think a little bit of if we set up a camp. I'd like it to be somewhere where if we wanted to put down roots, we could. There's certainly a lot of trees down here. Let's do this. Let's come down here and prospect. But the other thing that I'm thinking is I think these guys might make their way back towards Drifter's Last. Because while it would be nice to be in a midway point between two cities, if they did, if the background for these guys is that they came down here to hunt tech, and while whatever group they maybe came down here with, like, I don't know, maybe they came down and they thought they'd set up in this town and run along the west coast, but whoever they might have been with, if it was more than just Quill and Temperance, they're dead or gone now. But it doesn't mean that their plans change. It might be wise to set up in this area and start looking around here. It'd be very dangerous, but I don't know. I want to think about it. Let's do this for now. Let's get down into the valley here. Let's make sure that's not a dog. It is a dog. We're going to be careful about that. Let's get down over here. I just want to prospect in the lower area here. Just curious what it looks like here. And like I said, we're not going to act on any of it. It's just making a little mental catalog. Fertility, stone, water looks good. If we saw some iron or copper walking back, let's do this. Let's walk back this way till we hit the water here. Obviously, you know, if you've watched the other episodes, you know all of this information is available online, but it's a lot more fun to take it from the character's perspective. Let them find themselves the best place for them. What do they discover? Right now they discover rebel farmers out directly in front of them. We're going to let those rebel farmers pass us. This is the other thing that's got me thinking too, is outside of the commotion on the morning that we left, Drifter's Last has been very quiet, which has been nice. And it has been very busy here. Now that could just mean that the world is getting a little more hectic as time goes by, which can happen. And just in general, it's going to be more busy as we look around. But Drifter's Last also could be just in a quieter region. It might be nice to set up in a quieter spot. I feel like we are way too close to these rebel farmers. We're going to give them a further, wider berth. We should generally hit water if we keep going this way. Let's look for Temperance. She's right behind us. She's getting faster too. That's good. That's really good. All right, we are right here. Let's get him back towards Drifter's Last. And we might scout the southwestern region. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we're running through the grasses and he's getting nervous. I'm not in love with whatever it is. Nothing's moving towards us. How's Temperance doing? She's okay. All right. We got to follow this water. We could see Drifter's Last from here. We want to be on this side, though. I'm going to move forward. I think Quill's he's just a little jittery. He's a little nervous. They've seen a lot. Nothing bad happened. We're very cautious and very careful. An abundance of caution, which is very good. We can see Temperance following up behind us. I imagine these guys are probably very curious what's on the other side of that ridge. I'm sure they know that it is very dangerous over there, but probably also lucrative. This whole area is, I'd imagine to the inhabitants of Kenshi, no secret that it is dangerous, but also quite possibly lucrative for a tech hunter of the right mind to take the risk. We'll have to see. We'll see what happens with these guys. I'm almost positive that I have the mod installed that lets them properly join the tech hunters. If it ended up going in that direction, it might be nice to take a trip out to Flats Lagoon and try to actually join and become true tech hunters. Again, more just rhetorically lamenting what could be possible. We're really not trying to plan out that far. But it's fun to think about. Definitely fun to think about. This was very good exercise for Temperance. She's got those brand new shoddy legs. They're all rusty. She's breaking them in. Getting all the joints looped up properly. The hydraulics working. Where is she? How far along is she? She's getting there. How fast is she getting? She's getting faster. Nice. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Drifter's Last is still a buzz with commotion when we get there. Something was happening when we were leaving. Guards were a titter and people were running all over the place, which is a little chaotic. I think I mentioned it's one thing when there's like fighting in one little spot, but it's another thing when the guards just start freaking out all over the place. Sometimes there is just a general alarm that makes a city tense. So it'll be interesting to see if that commotion has settled down. Let's get to the top of this ridge. We'll look out in front of us. I see some people moving along the coast over here. Band of Bones. Alright, we should get to the city long before we bump into them. We've got Band of Bones rushing towards the city. Let's get everybody into sneak. We're a little close to the city to do that, but I don't know what's going on. The Band of Bones just started running in this direction. And they could be coming to attack the city, which, like, you know, in terms of scavenge, literally nothing would be better right now. And they are indeed rushing the city. Oh my god. We are going to watch this unfold. They're attacking the gates. It's probably hard to see here. I'll move closer so you guys can see this. We know it's happening. We can see Band of Bones is literally rushing the city gates. There is nothing better than this. If these guys would join in, that'd be fantastic. These guys are watching this unfold. And this quite literally is about as good as it gets. Because the city guards will easily deal with these guys. And if they do, this is perfect scavenge because they will not enslave these guys. Move a little closer so you guys can watch what's going on. So we don't have to just stare at little pixels from far away. We can imagine Quill and Temperance and Tetsuya are just watching this unfold, biding their time. Hoping to see an outcome that they're looking for. There's a lot of Band of Bones versus one United Cities. There's only one here. Oof, that's actually horrifying. He's not doing well either, and his friends are not helping him. This is fucking... not exactly what I was hoping would happen. If he goes down, we might come help him. But it is like no joke. He might be able to handle it. Oh, there he goes. He goes down. All right. All right, let's get back to Quill and them. Oh, okay, here comes some more guards. Guards are coming out to fight. There's a Band of Bones ran along this way. He's kind of disappearing in the brush there, but there's a full assault coming out. Oh my god. There are United Cities rushing out here. I don't know if they're going to turn. We're going to let that play out. As soon as the United Cities backs away from this, and is done with whatever's going on here, who is this? Why don't you help your friends? Who's right here? There's United Cities right here. He's not helping. But as soon as they're done with this, we're gonna walk over there and scavenge. We are quite literally. We're just gonna let that fight play out. Or I'll zoom in so we don't have to watch. Oh, I think it's done. I'm gonna say I'll zoom in so you don't have to watch pixels in the distance, but Let's do this. Let's come out of sneak. I don't think we all go down there. I think Tetsuya, why don't you take lead? Tetsuya's gonna take lead and see what's going on over here. Oh, it looks fine. It looks fine. Quill, come down. Come down. Come down, Quill. We'll let Tetsuya get there first. Band of Bones unconscious for 121 seconds. Tetsuya. Oh. Stop right there, Tetsuya. Oh, they're coming to grab him. Grab this guy. Loot him. Quick. Oh, he's not. He's not grabbing him. Beautiful. Mine. Ha ha ha. Nice. Look at that. Tetsuya, grab as much as you can. Oh my goodness. And I don't think this stuff is tagged. It's not. Oh my god, that's so good. We can sell some of this stuff. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is amazing. This is so good. They're leaving so many of these guys here. And even if they get up, we're close enough to the gate so we can run. These guys are very shrewdly making good use of this scavenging opportunity. Oh, I'm so glad we came back here. We're almost over full, but that's fine. All right, Temperance is almost here. These guys are loaded down with gear. This is so good. This is so good. This is what you look for in this game. Okay, as soon as she gets here, we're going to head into the city. And we are going to divvy up this gear. What is this? What is this? Why are you running at me? Don't be running. Stop running. Let's go inside while it's safe. We are so slow, we are walking. Look at them. I'm going to try to move faster. Unfortunate they didn't catch any bounties from attacking the guards like that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. We've got a ton of stuff. We've got stuff to sell. I'll run through this gear, and we will see what's worth keeping, and we'll sell the rest for sure. But now we have weapons. It's not the best. Oh, look at this. There's another band of bones here. The guy that was running off in the distance as we were doing this. This is so good. That was the one that peeled off towards this gate. That is so fantastic. All right, in we go with their hilarious little speedwalk shuffle. they're all way over encumbered. No, Temperance is fine. She's okay. Let's just stop right here. Temperance is not overloaded. So I'm gonna take a look at their stuff real quick and see if I can distribute some of this weight. Oh goodness. All right, just as I was about to say we're ready to head inside, I divvied up all their gear and everybody's set up now. Everybody's got a weapon. Nice. But right as I was saying that, this band of bones has popped up and is attacking enemies, which I don't think it's us because we're not red, so we should be fine. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to put these guys back into group run. We'll just keep them together, make sure they're in group run, and we're just going to push them inside, and hopefully we're safe. Oh, God. All right, no, the band of bones is going to attack the guards without any weapons. We're going to walk right past it. You know what? Let's not get shot by harpoons. Let's not get caught by a stray harpoon that'll kill us. Let's get out of the way. Let's let that person fall completely. Oh, God. All right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's head inside. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. All right. With that excitement out of the way, these guys are going to slowly, completely over-encumbered, make their way inside. I'm sure the guards don't mind that we're scavenging from the fallen just outside of the gates, probably doing them a favor. Makes them lighter to carry to prison once they pick them up. Let's head to the very first general goods store we can find. These guys are moving so slow. That's as fast as they can go right now. They are loaded for bear. We've got so much stuff to sell. There still is a lot of commotion in the city. You know, those band of bones being outside, it might be that way for a little while. Who is this? Oh, God. What is this? A general shop. That's exactly where we're going. Please don't go into the general shop. Please don't go into the general shop. Please don't go into the general shop. We don't want to bump into that noble. We're going to have Quill go talk to this person. And we're going to sell a bunch of stuff. Looking to trade? Let's do business. Let's do business. You can take this heart protector for sure. I feel like I want to hold on to some of this stuff in case we're able to hire another person. If we can make a few $1,000s, we've got boots and pants and a weapon. And what do you got? Anything I need? We've got $4,000. That would be enough to hire one more person. But also, we could buy some food. All right, nice. We made $4,200. And I think the noble just passed the door, so let's head outside. We should be moving a little faster now. Oh my god. It is still crazy out here. It might be that way for a while. Who is this? A vagrant. There is a whole lot of commotion out here. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's a lot going on. Let's do this. Let's head... We've got $4,200. Let's head back to a bar and we'll see if we can convince someone else to come with us. We're clearly doing well. Look at us. Man, what a bit of luck. We didn't get taken slave. We got a whole bunch of shoes. and a staff, which Tetsuya's still carrying. He's got a sidearm and a staff now, which is great. And we've got all this Band of Bones garbage. Which, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Oh, boy. All right, into the bar. Let's see who's hanging about. We're looking for Scorchlanders, I think. Well, I think I mentioned this in the last episode. The idea would be... I always feel like I start the games with this idea. My dream is to make New Scorchland. One day. But by the time I get to mid-game, I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I need people, you're on the team. Done. But at least at the outset, if you want to join for free, you can join. But if you are going to cost, you know, $3,000, $6,000, $9,000, then maybe, just maybe, they're looking for Scorchlanders. Maybe they're just a little bit xenophobic with how much bad luck their journey started with. All right, let's look for another bar. Is this a bar right here? It is. It is. Oh, it's a packed bar. We've got Shimazu and Unbai. Looks like that's about it in terms of who's willing to talk. That is a serious helmet, and look at the eyes in there. He's seen some shit. Oh my god. Oh, this is a terrifying nightmare place that you live, huh, my friend? All right, let's go talk with Shimazu. All right, unfortunately, right when I went to talk to that guy, my game crashed to desktop. I don't even remember what his name was, but I loaded back in, and luckily there was an autosave right outside the door, and it looks like some people are filing in. Here's the gentleman who's seen some shit. He's coming right behind me. But there's actually even more people we could talk to in here now. Particularly... Where do we... There's a guy with a very hilarious mustache and hairstyle. Koya? We could talk with Koya, and there was, Alicia. Alicia as well. Let's talk with, let's start with Alicia. She's got a long sleeve shirt on. You from the Outlands too? Watch out for those guards, they're a shifty bunch, especially if you don't have cats to buy them off. Anyway, I'm looking to join a band. Are you interested? Yes, I am. Well, let's find out what skills she has. Depends, what skills do you got? I can hold my own in a fight. I charge 6,000 cats security pay. No thank you, I don't even think I have 6,000 cats. I do not. Let's talk to, we'll call him Ueto. Let's talk to Ueto. A fellow drifter. This is an expensive town to stay in, huh? What with all the guards, monetary needs? Anyway, looking to band up? Depends. Got any skills? I can handle myself in a fight if that's what you mean. I'll need security pay, 6,000 cats. Sorry, I do not have 6,000 cats. I do not. Let's talk with the guy with the hilarious mustache, Koya. Somebody in this bar has to be willing to throw in with us. You looking at my scar? It's rude to stare, you know, but since I'm in a cheery mood, buy me a drink and I'll tell you how I got it. Sure. How'd you get it? Honestly, I opened a can with my sword, slipped, and almost took my eye out. Usually, though, I tell people I fought a ninja lord or something. I mean, I do Twilight as a hitman and all. You still fight? You want to make some cats? Not professionally, but I freelance, so to speak, and, well, for 6,000 cats, I'll cut down who you want when you want. Well, I just need to grab some more money. And by you need less than 6,000 cats. Need a medic on your team? My death rate is only 35%. Not bad, huh? You're not really selling yourself to me right now. Well, then I'll offer you a discount, Drifter. Just 6,000 cats and I'm all yours. Unfortunately, I do not have enough money. No other Scorchlanders in here. Let's head out to the next bar. All right, we just stepped outside of the bar and there's a couple of bodies on the floor. And there's a bounty on one of these drifters. Very interesting. I am going to loot this Olena Monk outcast. Do you have anything worth any money? It's not even worth looting you. All right. We'll leave it. I think we're going to pick up this drifter, though. Where are you wanted? United Cities. Sure. Somebody obviously got into some trouble here. Let's have Tetsuya come up and strip this guy of his goods. Oh, look at that. A sidearm. Fantastic. Quill, you take that. Beautiful. He is dying. Let's get him into right here. Let's get him to the police station as quickly as we can. There's a pole arm, but it would be stealing if we picked it up. So we're going to leave it. I'd like to have a pole arm, but... Oh, look at that. Drifters are getting arrested. Something happened. All right, I was going bar to bar. I don't know how much of that I'm going to keep in because we were just finding people that were worth $6,000 or more. I was going bar to bar looking for people, but if there's more... man, this is crazy. If there's more scavenge to be had, I'm going to scavenge. And literally on that note, there's a band of bones right here. And I'm hearing people get beat up. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing people get beat up right here. All right, and I think I saw some trader's leathers. We're going to grab those. Beautiful. And let's see if we can turn this guy in. All right, the other building was out of cages, but we're going to check in here to see if we can turn this guy in here. And we might well be able to. Jesus Christ, there's a whole host of slave traders coming out of here, making me very nervous. Let's just look right upstairs and see if there are... No, there are no cages up here. There are prisoner poles. Is there a police chief up here? No. And all the cages are full. Unbelievable. What is going on here? You know, money be damned. I might just drop this guy on the floor. It's $500. Like, whatever. If we can't find the police chief right here, we're just gonna drop him. All right, let's get out of here before we get mistaken for a slave. My God. I don't know what is going on. It is crazy chaos right now. Man, it has been a wild, wild day. And I've lost track of who I've talked to and who I haven't. Let's do this. Let's head into this general goods store. I've got some more stuff to sell. All right, nice. We're able to make a little bit more money. Got $5,300 now. Still not $6,000. Not enough for us to hire anybody, although there is a Scorchlander wandering around outside here. Let's have a conversation with him. I was also going to stop in the bakery, because people sometimes hang out in the bakery like it's a bar. Let's talk with Carthakian. I need to leave town. You looking to join together, Drifter? Of course I'm interested. Oh, nice! I'll just need 3,000 cats, then I'm free to travel with you. Absolutely. Here's 3,000 cats. Throw in with us. Welcome to the team, Carthakian. Oh, that is fantastic. What are your skills? Also all ones across the board. Whatever. Good enough. Let's get you set up. And let's get you some gear, huh? Oh, that is fantastic, Carthakian. Welcome to the team. You're already set up. I'm so glad I hung on to all this crap. How over encumbered are you? Dramatically. Okay. Whatever. He's going to raise his stats running around with us. Temperance is also incredibly slow, so it's totally fine. It is completely fine. What we are going to do is we're going to head back to this general shop. We're going to get him a bag. All right, Quill grabbed another backpack. They didn't really have anything good, but I grabbed a straw backpack for him, and we're going to give this one to Carthakian. But while I was there, they had a Tech Hunter library map. Let's take a look at that. Oh, and it's so far to the north. Unfortunately, it is another library that is so far away from us, it might as well be on another planet. My goodness. All right, but either way, I think that's where we're going to leave it. We've got ourselves a brand new team member, Carthakian. He's got some gear. I got him a backpack. And we got that Tech Hunter's library map, but like I said, it might as well be on another planet because it is a little bit far away. However, there is, like I said, these guys probably know that there's good tech to be found on the western coast. I don't necessarily know we're going to be going right to doing something like that in the next episode because these guys are going to have to get used to carrying this kind of gear. They just got a whole bunch of stuff, and they're probably going to have to break it in and make sure it feels good and make sure they know how to move and fight in it, make sure that it works out for them. So we may spend a little bit of time scouting around as these guys get their skills and their athletics up to a point where they feel comfortable in dangerous situations with this much gear on them. But either way, we'll do that stuff in the next episode. So subscribe for more Kenshi, and I'll see you next time.